that they didn't want to first pick Wisp in the last game because they assumed that they would just take Tiny and then Bane, and then all of a sudden your Wisp feels not so great. But,
That's true.
They didn't
That's a
end up
good
doing
point.
that.
Oh, we're not going to see it. I think key heroes to keep in mind right now are Dazzle,
10 seconds
Winter Wyvern, Tusk,
Night Stalker?
Night Stalker, yeah, arguably.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm still surprised Tusk hasn't been as highly prioritized
Yep.
as we have seen as we have seen it in the major. I mean,
To pick.
it's moving on up throughout the tournament for sure. The first few games of the day, we didn't really see a lot of him.
Might have just forgot about him.
Well, Empire has
maybe.
been picking a lot of different stuff today, right?
Yes.
Resolution was saying he's experimenting a bit, trying to find a good strategy for his team, something that he can use to throw their opponents off guard. But you have to assume that Empire and VeGa have played against each other a ton, right?
Yes. And they know each other, as in even before they were in the same teams. Like these players are very, very familiar.
I'm
with
very
each other.
surprised that there's one hero today, I think, that's the most surprising out of any that we haven't seen for me, and that's Undying. There hasn't been a single Undying game. It's been banned in a couple of games, but the hero does have its weaknesses, and teams are figuring out more how to play against it. But there's just those games where you have a lineup that's so good for a 5th pick Undying, where you just force fights and just take towers, and the enemy team can't fight into Tombstone because they have shit attack speed on their heroes. So
Or like all these melee cores we're seeing a lot of as well.
exactly. I could definitely see it being a pick. I think a hero like Ember Spirit doesn't deal particularly well with Undying and his power, like the power spike he has in the game. It's going to be Quap for now, though. That's arguably another hero that hasn't been given as much priority as it should. It's mainly been a second phase pick, I think. Some games completely ignored. It's a decent solution to Dazzle. They kind of counter each other.
Yeah, if you get that Orchid out as well.
Orchid's good. Is that if you don't kill immediately with Sonic Wave and the Scream, you can heal it up over time with the Shadow Wave, obviously.
I was more looking at like both of these
Brave.
heroes, and Silence is amazing against both of them.
Yeah, that's true.
Could see a disruptor ban, I suppose.
10 seconds remaining.
Here comes the Storm for Empire later in this draft. Let's do it.
5 seconds remaining.
It's good against these heroes, but no one plays Storm.
I was
Apart from
gonna say.
EG played it
I was
once
going
in
to say,
Frankfurt.
EG ran Storm. Yeah.
They ran it once.
Storm
I was so
Storm's
happy.
really good against Ember.
I was so happy when that got picked. It was such a
Especially
good
in lane.
pick that game.
Team Empire.
Yes,
Turn
Smell
to
wasn't.
ban.
Even
It looked like he wasn't very comfortable
The
in the game.
hero's
at
so
start.
different now.
Yeah.
Like
He seemed
zip,
like he needed to get used to it during the game.
yeah, you zip like, what you could do in the previous patch, you know, you could do like half of that now. So it's just like
10
totally different hero.
seconds remaining.
Do you still think he's as good later on? It's just at the start.
No,
of
no,
it.
no,
No, he's not. He's
you
weaker
can't
every
make
stage.
those gigantic long jumps anymore and
Yeah,
then
you
do
used to be-
something and then hope to
You
get
used to be able to
out.
like jump across the map and like one-shot a hero.
Yeah.
You can't do that
VeGa
anymore.
Squadrons
So.
turn to ban.
So far, it's a good pick. I don't think Empire played it. It's the only time I've seen Storm in this patch, I think, was that
I've seen
one game.
Storm a couple
Maybe.
times in China Dota, I think, or like C Dota or something.
I think Resolution played Storm in the past.
10
I think he
seconds
has
Either way,
been.
it's not getting picked. No
Yeah.
way.
No way.
No way.
Caster's
Watch out for
Curse.
Brood Mother's band, okay?
There's a classic CIS hero that could actually, that's also good against both Vegas heroes, and that's Axe.
Reserve
But
time.
I think when you already have Tusk, it's kind of unlikely that you want to run that.
And why not? Snowball in the call. That's the dream.
It's okay. It's kind of
Vega
gimmicky when
Squadrons
you're playing at this
turn
level,
to pick.
especially against a safe lane Dazzle, because what makes that combo strong in the lane is, of course, that you can kill someone off during the call. You have Grave, so you could just always reset and re-go. Also, snowballing in the Axe against Dazzle puts you into a horrible position against the heal bomb, so it kind of goes both ways. Axe is actually kind of weak against Dazzle in lane, but then super good in the mid game. But I don't think it's something we're going to see out of
10
Empire. I would love to
seconds
see it, though. I
remaining.
think it's a great counter pick to Ember.
Do Vega always play their Slardar as a core? Like,
5
I don't think I've ever really
seconds
seen Mag. Mag played it actually earlier today, didn't he? I didn't
Which
do
one?
great.
Nice
Max
Stalker?
played, yeah, I
Red plays
did.
Slaughter.
That's
It
one of
was-
the latest
Oh,
link
Slaughter.
decks.
He didn't seem comfortable
There's
on
like
the hero
20
at
Yeah,
all.
heroes.
minute 25. I think his
The
that
hero's
was
a-
a stat in the game. He was 1 and 5 with the hero. He's 1 and 6 now.
Yeah,
So.
it doesn't play well from behind. And
Oh, here it is.
There it is.
We're so
Team
good,
Empires
everyone.
turn to
Well,
pick.
if you talk about it the whole day, at some point it will get picked.
I haven't talked about it the whole day, Shiver.
Sorry. It's been mentioned a lot.
Wrecked.
just keep guessing. Like, yeah, I think they're gonna third pick Beastmaster.
Just wait for the
Just
wait
keep
for the
saying it,
Axe
and then
now.
one at a time, so you'd be like, oh, nice prediction.
Well played,
How'd you
well
know?
played.
High fives around, guys.
What do you think for VeGa, for Alina, for support Lina, for solo, as he does get a lot of farm on his support heroes generally?
Yeah, I
Vega
think Night Stalker is good
Squadrons
for
turn to
Empire.
pick.
First off, as far as Vega goes, running Alina now, Lina Dazzle is a little bit of a peculiar support duo. I guess it works okay if you skill Poison Touch level 1.
I think
What else
it's-
does Solo actually play? He plays Lina, Night Stalker, and Tusk all the time, I feel.
plays Bounty.
Bounty, that's true.
I actually asked them. He said they're not playing Bounty.
Okay.
Bounty against NS is kind of
10
not so good, right?
seconds remaining.
I mean, in the early
Maybe
game.
he knew that.
It used to be amazing.
Boom.
Now it's not.
Yeah, now it's not.
5
double mind game.
seconds remaining.
But
Just playing us.
I do like kind of like the idea of Lina because typically when Pasha has a hero that can fight early, like Ember Spirit, for
Reserve
example,
time.
they give him a hero who can soak up lane farm while Pasha's going to team fights.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, it's something that could work.
It's just not that good of a Lina game, I think, because Tusk
Yeah, it's
is
scary.
super annoying to play against.
So is
as
Night
Lina.
Stalker.
Night
But
Stalker's hard.
you can light strike array under the snowball.
Winter Wyvern's still
It's
in the
Not
pool.
enough?
If you're snowballed on Lina, that's impossible. So you can't
Okay.
make that play. You're playing probably at really bad vision, and then if you're a squishy hero with no escape mechanism, you just get run over by like any two of these three heroes. Just kill Lina the whole game.
Fair
Like,
enough.
it's almost impossible to itemize, so you can actually do anything on a non-core position.
So if it were you, Peter, would you just go for double defensive supports in this position? If you were VeGa, just like you said, Wyvern
Team
Dazzle?
Empire's turn to pick.
It's not the best this game. It's better when you have like a Shadow Fiend or something and you can just sit behind some monster of a hero.
Viper? It's kind of good
Viper
for
is
that.
kind of one of those, but
You know which hero we haven't seen all day? Agent Apparition.
That's true.
Would be
It's
pretty
actually-
decent against VeGa.
yeah,
perhaps?
I like it here.
Don't you kind of want like some setup though? And or are you just throwing the AA blast to stop the 5-man?
They got
10
Tusk.
seconds
They've got really good
That's
setup,
something.
don't they?
No, they don't have great setup. I mean, there's
Snowball shards.
That's it.
5 seconds
Void.
That's it, yeah.
remaining.
Void.
Void is not really that good of a setup.
That's true. But I think when you look over Vega's lineup, it's fairly like one-dimensional in how they push.
AA destroys Dazzle. Like,
Yeah.
Try playing Dazzle against AA, you just feel so useless.
Empire taking their time to decide on what hero they want to go for. Would you actually go for a support here? I guess that's the one that would not give away what the Tusk is doing, because right now it's open for discussion, right?
I think it's more or less given that it's an offlane, just because Tusk Night Stalker support
Yeah.
your double melee against a
true.
core Viper and an Ember Spirit even that they can't really kill that easily and remove flame
When
from.
VeGa draft the Viper like this, do you not just like send Queen of Pain safe line like 100% and
I think Queen does fine versus Viper.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's a fairly
Just
even
don't learn
match.
the dagger and just nuke out the wave. Kind of?
Yeah. Even some co-ops will just go dagger,
Really?
like confident co-ops, or if they think they can win the lane that way, they will.
Okay.
Like maybe wait till it's level 2 and then just do it.
The thing is, at worst in that lane, if you're Queen of Pain, you have really long attack range, and Viper can't harass you very hard. Like he can try to go. He needs to get the creep equilibrium on his side, and you have no way of countering it, because else you have higher attack range. He goes for you. You can just walk away or do a blink.
Bane's still
Better
cool.
attack damage. That's true. Bane is in.
What about Nabadon for Empire?
Isn't Bane like
Abaddon.
slightly weaker though? 'Cause,
You know,
like,
to remove the roar.
I actually think he's really good.
Yeah.
But the difference is, so the main point of reference we have here is how eHome played it at Frankfurt. But they played, when they played Abaddon, they played it with a
VeGa
lineup that could take advantage of
Squadron
pushing
turn to
early
ban.
with his shield and his heal. And Empire
Team
have really bad
Empire's
siege right now.
turn to ban.
True.
I'm gonna go Bane.
And VeGa ban out the anti-mage.
That was a really fast ban too.
Yeah, they actually
Like,
knew that.
oh,
They have very limited catch for the hero. Like Beastmaster is the only one. I mean, Searing
Isn't
Chains
Ember
is like okay,
amazing?
10 seconds
but
remaining.
it's not like super reliable in my opinion. Because once he gets Manta, you just Manta the Searing Chains, blink away.
5 seconds remaining.
It's not like a long-term
Yeah.
solution.
It's okay though. Ember's.
Reserve time.
You see like Ember versus anti-mage, you're like, oh, you know, it's okay.
Okay, Invoker's still in the pool though.
VeGa
Yeah,
Squadron's
the
turn
resolution.
to pick.
No, I mean they need some carry for sure. These guys need support. I've seen Solo play Beastmaster before, so they still could go for an offlaner for a mag.
What would you prefer to see?
I don't know. Clockwork's is always an option. Earthshaker still there.
Is this a
10
centaur game?
seconds remaining.
No, it's not.
absolutely not.
If I
It's
ask
almost
that
never.
every game,
It's almost never
at
a
some point
centaur
they'll
game.
pick it, and then you'll say, "Good call."
Then we'll say
Gotta
good
keep
call,
trying,
but it's
man.
not a centaur game.
An enemy team has
At some
Doom,
point it will
Quab,
be.
maybe Shadow Fiend, and maybe Centaur.
Well, VeGa, however fast they were with banning out that anti-mage, they didn't really think about what they were going to pick, or they were really prone on getting that Winter Wyvern, which Empire, of course, banned out. As we also discussed, that would be a good hero to get it with a Dazzle. Double defensive.
I have a feeling they're not going for Lina, because like it's such a comfort pick for them, and they're taking so long time, and they would have already considered, okay, if they ban Wyvern, we get Lina. So they must be considering some sort of alternatives here. I guess they could ultimately just end up on Lina and be like, okay, all the other ideas we have are not better. I just
Yeah.
don't think it's a good pick here.
You got
I really
the time.
don't feel
Might
it.
as well use it.
If you're Empire here, how good is Slark
10
against
seconds
Beastmaster?
remaining.
It's pretty good.
Like when
Or-
Night Stalker
it's-
comboed up with it?
All right, here we go.
Doesn't Slark have like
Team
major Emperor
Empire's
Spirit
turn
problems?
to pick.
Don't you just
It's kind of annoying, I guess. It's the worst counter in this game. Actually, is he's playing against Viper. I don't think you want to play Slark against that. It's consistent slow that constantly comes out. If you go on Viper with Slark, you get corrosive on you all the time. So yes, you're stealing stats, but it comes at a trade-off.
I think that's a gameplay thing, though. I think you just go kill support.
yeah, you kill everyone else.
You don't actually go.
Oh yeah,
for
sure,
Viper.
but I don't think that's the
10
way VeGa are
seconds
going to play the
remaining.
game against this Slark. He can't. I don't know. Maybe if they can manage
5
to spread it out.
seconds remaining.
They don't need a super hard carry, but they need
Reserve
some
time.
physical damage, I think,
Fighting core.
for sure.
With the Juggernaut and Gyrocopter both banned out.
Yeah, that's,
10 seconds
Who's left?
It's not a saying game.
you lose against Beastmaster and Viper, right? If you're Sven.
Luna.
There we go.
Five-man Dota.
Which draft do you prefer?
I like Vegas.
Same.
Sim?
Yeah, I think Empire are going to struggle with single target damage. They need to kill the Viper and Spirit Breaker somehow.
Luna
I don't
has
think they
like
do.
so many problems this game.
Yeah.
What's the one thing to look out for Team Empire? What do they need to do? Is there a certain timing, a certain item that we need to be seeing, expecting at a certain moment in the game?
BKB on silent, and when they try and push.
I actually think the mech on Tusk is really important in this game.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to find out if they get those in reasonable timings. It is time for the first game of our last series of the night. It is Luminous Inverse and OD Pixel on the microphones.
Indeed, welcome back to the casting desk with myself, OD Pixel and Lumi. We're ready to get ourselves into this final series of the day. Of course, Empire going back up against VeGa. We saw it earlier in a best of one. VeGa, they did have the better time. The question is, of course, in a best of three situation, can Empire turn it around? We've looked at the drafts, Lumi. What do you reckon? Is this the draft that Empire need to bring to the table to take down VeGa?
I'm not sure whether it is. I mean, your last pick, Luna, it's going to have to do a lot because she's going to be the hero that has to sit in the front that, you know, when you're pushing tower, she's the one doing the most. And I'm not sure whether she's tanky enough that you have a Viper Strike you could throw on her, you could have the Beastmaster Roar you could throw on her, and then you have the Spirit Breaker. Got 99 problems.
There's a lot of stuff that's going to be coming this
Yeah.
Luna's way. That is for sure. And, well, obviously knowing the playstyle of VeGa, they will be very much ready to throw it at her when they start to group up and go looking for those fights. And it's going to be interesting to see how these teams match up in the laning situation, because you look at Empire's team and they have got some very strong laners. You know, you're looking at a lineup that's got a Bane, you have got that Luna who's going to have a final time with the CS and Tusk and Quap. The lanes, they're not going to look too bad for Empire, are they?
Yeah, the lanes will be fine, although it depends on how the Queen of Pain versus Viper matchup. PPD did talk about how the confidence Queen of Pain will skill the dagger. We'll see whether Resolution will do it. I mean, the lanes aren't half bad for VeGa either, so
Yeah.
I think really it will come down to the fighting. And honestly, I think VeGa just has the better fighting lineup. They just have the better lineup,
The
period.
battle
So
begins.
yeah, we'll see how Empire plays out of it.
Oh, wow. Resolution will be able to get himself the
Okay.
bounty, and Pash is caught in the shards, and this could very much be your first blood, and it
right.
will. All right. Indeed, the shard trap and the walk around for the Ember, not enough to save him. And Empire, well, they'll be happy with that one, and they got themselves the bounty rune down there as well for Resolution. So that's a great start for the side.
Pretty careless, because generally when you suspect that the what's his face, Tusk is even nearby, you don't get close because shards will get those kills very easily. So right now you do see the Spirit Breaker putting a slight amount of pressure on Resolution, seeing that she did get Blink at level 1, so there is no kind of rebuttal with the dagger and whatnot.
And I mean, do you imagine the Spirit Breaker, where's he going to put his attention towards? Is he going to look to just try and secure that start here for no one on the mid lane, or do you think we're just going to see him all across the map at the beam?
I think what he can do is bully the Bane around a little bit. We talked about how Bane trades very well. Spirit Breaker, once he does get the bash, is a hero that could at least somewhat challenge the Bane. And here we go, we have a charge on the bottom lane. It won't result in a kill or anything because he's still level 1, but...
And is he going to be right? I guess he's fairly tanky. There is a Void, and from coming out from Funnycon the Night Stalker, and they'll force Sherma back down to keep it safe in the lane.
Yeah, they definitely need to alleviate some pressure off the Ember Spirit. The laning stage definitely not one of his strong points. He wants that level 5, 6 very quickly, and Funnick as well as No Fear is going to be giving him a ton of trouble. So Spirit Breaker essentially forced to really help out this lane.
Indeed. Yeah, this Bane Night Stalker lane, we'll see how well that can do in terms of just shutting down Pasha's farm on this Ember. And then, of course, back on the top lane, one of the lanes we've not talked about yet, it is Mag, of course, on that signature Beastmaster. He's having to deal up with Aloha Dance on this Tusk and also Silent on the Luna. I mean, how's this lane going to match up? Do you think, once again, we're going to see a pretty decent performance from the man on the Beast?
All that dot charge on the mid lane takes away the regen. We won't get the full regen heal, but, you know, denying it is also good. But back to your question, I think because the melee Tusk is trying to zone him out, once you get a couple boars spawned on him, the Tusk is going to have a tougher and tougher time. With that said, though, the Lunar Blessing Aura will help Tusk punch pretty hard.
Again, with these charges from the Spirit Breaker, setting up some action onto No Fear. They're moving with the chains. There'll be a Nightmare. No Fear trying to ward this one off. They're trying to chase him down here, and they should be able to find it, and they do there with the Poison Touch damage from Dazzle.
That's a freebie. VeGa will take that one, and that will put Spirit Breaker at level 2. And that 17% is now officially online.
I mean, it's exactly as you said, Lumi. That Spirit Breaker was just looking to be on the back of the Bane the whole time. But top lane, you've got Tusk and Luna moving in very deep. They'll throw down the shards and they'll get themselves the kill there. So some very aggressive diving there from the two of them, but it totally pays off and there's going to be no reaction from VeGa as they knew that the Spirit Breaker had already gone on bottom lane.
Exactly. That's the reason why they felt so confident with that dive. And, you know, when Tusk hits that good shard and when your Luna punches so hard, especially now with boots, you are going to run down the Beastmaster.
Absolutely. And hitting about 85 right click at the moment, 3 minutes in. It's not something you're going to be able to walk off, even as a Beastmaster. Relatively tanky hero in the lane. Mid lane, how are we looking? 20 for 5 at the moment on this Viper compared to the 10 for 2. Not the ideal lane here for Resolution.
Yeah, generally when you pick Queen of Pain to really dominate the mid lane, but, you know, Viper, one of the decent counters. Of course, Resolution on the Queen of Pain, what you're looking forward to at this point in the game is have that TP once you hit the level 6, be a threat on other parts of the map, and maybe get a key gank on the Ember. But yeah, not having the best laning stage.
Bottom lane, there'll be a charge across as well from Spirit Breaker. Going on to No Fear. Poison touches down in the bashes as well. Pasha goes in with the chains and the Flame God. They'll find the Bane. They won't be able to find Funnick. He'll be able to walk it off. But yet again, another kill here for VeGa on this bottom lane. Still 2 for 2 and Resolution. Oh, well, he's going to try and turn here onto No One. There's a rotation in from the Tusk. He's going to snowball across onto Mag. But now Mag and No One would just turn their attention towards the lower dance. And that snowball was not the snowball he was looking for. As VeGa do pick themselves up a kill there. Charge onto Resolution. The action hasn't stopped. No One is there with the right clicks. And if they can hold him in place just for one more. Oh, they needed one more, I think.
Poison?
There. No.
Poison?
Orb of Venom? Nah, it's not going to be enough. 18 HP, incredibly low. Quat very lucky to get him away with his life there. Bottom lane, Funnick trying to move in onto Solo. The chains again from Pasha. Catching up too. There's a Nightmare to try and set this up. Try and get themselves in position with the Snowball Fraud as well from Aloha Dance. The Crippling Fear. He can't get himself out of this one, Pasha, and they'll get themselves the kill. Night Stalker just getting himself away. And Solo, he looks to go down as well as Aloha Dance and No Fear chases the jugglers. Look at the TP. He's going to be able to make it. Yes, they don't have the damage. They don't have any spells. He will be able to escape.
And that's the downside of playing Dazzle so aggressively. He actually does not have Grave skilled up yet at level 3. So, but I was liking the Spirit Breaker pick more and more because normally you see teams just conceding the laning stage to the Bane. But Spirit Breaker like, yo man, I'm the real laner here. I'm going to charge at you. And yeah, so far it's been working out very well. And speaking of which, another charge happening to the bottom lane against No Fear.
Okay, let's see if they're able to follow this one through. No Fear's got to be careful with his position. There is an Ember Spirit with a full mana. Ready to jump in as well, and here we go. Charge in, moving forward with the Flame Guard. They've got the chains. In fact, they're going to get unlucky with the chains. They both went back towards the creeps. So Bane's going to be able to get himself away. Top lane, Mag trying to hide himself in the trees, desperately biting his way through them all. He throws out the axes, isn't going to save him. And they'll take him down. There's Lucid Beam to the face. Silent picks up another kill on this Luna. And a lot of action so far, 5.5 minutes in. 4-3, favoring the side of Empire. But I mean, are they really the ones coming out on top of this laning stage, Lumi?
Yes, they are, but they need to come out on the laning stage. Yeah. I talked about how Luna needs to get...
No One. We might see some more action going the way of the side of Empire here. He's trapped in the shards, into the snowball. Sonic Wave nicely across, but there is a Spirit Breaker coming through. They may be able to turn. They've found Resolution. They've also found the Night Stalker. And hang on, the Shallow Grave coming through just in time. No one's going to live throughout this all. And they lose 3 heroes on Empire.
So the only reason that the Viper lives is because Dazzle got level 4 off of those kills. Yeah, and then he got to use it. And again, relentless aggression charge happening on the bottom lane. No Fear. Well, he has no mana left. He does have a Mango, but a single bash will seal his death.
Yeah, he's got the chase, he's got the Flame Guard, but look at these TPs. They're ready to turn the Nightmare now to the Spirit Breaker, followed by the Snowball. Beautiful control from Empire. They'll get themselves the kill as well.
This is exactly what we expected coming into this series.
Exactly.
Yep. But the big thing out of all of this action is that Luna has been getting absolute free farm, leading the CS.
Top of the board in net worth as well.
But she needs to have this kind of start because she needs to get absolutely huge. The panel talked about how she has a ton of problem. You need BKB, you need a ton of items to make sure that she just doesn't get bursted down.
I mean, what's the build we're going to see? Tread, Tequila looking to build into the helm now, then straight into the S and Y, or do you need a BKB early on, or could we even see the drums coming out this game for Silent?
I think if she feels the game is going well, like if they keep controlling the laning stage, keep winning early game fights, maybe you could delay the BKB and go for one more farming item on top. But if it goes south fast, then you need a BKB ASAP.
Yeah, BKB is going to be pretty big this game. It's level 8, has yet to use that Eclipse, so I'd love for someone on the side of VeGa to come a little bit too close. At the moment, Empire focusing some attentions down bottom. Funnick and Aloha Dance hanging around. There's a DD here if they want to take that and try and make something happen. Still in the mid lane though, Viper looking very good against the Quartz performance so far. 41-11 against the 25 for 2. Tusk will pick up this DD, heading towards the mid, but we're going to see Viper himself back up to clear up this camp here in the jungle.
This Tusk is rich. He's got arcane boots in 8 minutes. He's only level 5, but hey. I mean, I think he maybe got one of the big streak kills in one of these chaotic fights. So he's feeling pretty happy. Once your Tusk gets that arcane, you just feel like, all right, I don't ever really need to go back to base. I could even farm pretty well with spamming shards. And he's thinking about rotating back here. The Hawk not exactly checking that path.
They're ready to try and go on mag. Nighttime comes out to allow them to try and close this gap on the Beastmaster. Straight in with the shards and the snowball. Silent moving in, and he's going to use the ult here. Trying to go forward. There's some TPs in from the side of VeGa. It's actually going to be enough here to force back the side of Empire. Empire unable to find anything there
done
with the initial ult. The rest of them are coming in. They want to try and find the cleanup. They'll find a Beastmaster kill. Now with the shards, looking for Solo as well. The crippling fear gets laid down. Silent himself in trouble as Shoma and no one moving past the tier 1 here. Silent desperately trying to get himself out of vision. There's TPs coming through. Can they keep this thing alive? I don't know if they can. The Sonic Wave is big, bursting them down low. But okay, can they keep Silent alive? He's juking. He's still in the fog. No one can't quite see him. Oh, Silent!
Corrosive?
He's going to live.
No.
Okay. Corrosive does end up taking him down. But a bit of a mess of a fight. There's a fight going on there at the tier 1 at the same time. Fights going on at the tier 2.
Oh, this is glorious CI Soda at this best, man.
I mean, it's very late in the evening. Both teams, all the players going maybe a little bit crazy. And it's certainly showing in this game. 9 minutes in, 8 for 8. But I think the real thing you've got to note is the fact that Empire, they have this Luna with 4.8k net worth. Over on the side of VeGa, they've got an Ember on 2.6k. Quite far behind at this point.
Yeah, I mean, that's the result of having a Night Stalker as well as Bane.
Nice Stalker Bane lane, not nice to go against.
I mean, even though they killed the Bane a ton of times, the Ember was missing a couple of CS here and there. Of course, they did get the Luna kill, which I find is very, very big at this stage of the game for Team VeGa. And the Spirit Breaker will start to kind of lose his effectiveness as we see a whole bunch of wards being dropped down on the side of VeGa. You will see the charge being telegraphed pretty apparently. And we'll see if Seema, once he picks up level 6, maybe he'll do a little bit more.
With this really nice warding from Empire between this tier 1 and tier 2 as well. Silent just feeling confident to move in and get some damage done to the tier 1 top. And again, another DD here, picked up by a lower dance on his Tusk. And we'll see if he finds anything top. Anyone that TP's in here is going to be in a bit of trouble. The fortification will come out. Empire looking to stay strong here on this top lane. The backup of No Fear on this Bane as well.
Never refuse gold.
So the previous Eclipse has been, I want to say, used fairly poorly because he ran into a creep wave. And I don't think any beams actually hit a single hero. But of course, with the Dazzle teleporting in and Grave at the ready, he wasn't really going to get a kill anyways. And that ultimately put him in a pretty terrible position and eventually got picked off. Again, without BKB, he has to watch his very low HP pool. Silent, the backbone of this Empire lineup. Of course, if they do win some big fights, power pushes will come.
They might find a kill. It's Snowball straight onto Mag with the Wolf's Punch as well for the Tusk, but they'll turn around with the Roar. No one's there on the Viper and Tusk. He went a little bit too deep that time, and they will punish it, VeGa. They'll take themselves the kill. There's a charge on the ball lane onto Funnick. Passion trying to move in with a triple remnant. Straight away with the burst. The chains as well. Not quite enough. Now Funnick's looking to turn. Gets the void out onto the Spirit Breaker, and he'll find that kill. And now he's going to look for more. The backups there. The Nightmare to set it onto Pasha. Crippling Fear. Sonic Wave to the face. So Pasha will go down as well. Double kill for Funnick. And a very nice reaction there from the side of Empire at the tier 1.
And for VeGa as well on their own tier 1 up top, if you notice, both the teams that are making the aggressive play are the ones that's losing. On one side, you have the Dazzle teleporting in with the Grave. On the other side, well, you have the essentially Rainbow TV Power Ranger like teleporting in to assist the Night Stalker on the bottom lane. Funnick once again building up to looking to have a pretty powerful game.
He's had a good start so far. He's certainly been making things happen on the Night Stalker. We've credited him earlier for how well they were able to shut down the Ember Spirit's progression. Finding that double kill there with the backup of his mates. And Silent now reaching on to level 11, looking to build it into the Yasha on top of that Helm of the Dominator on this Luna. Well, we'll see what the next plan of action is from both sides. Top, looks like VeGa themselves looking to try and take a tier 1 from Empire. Things are coming out, and there is a rotation from Funnick, so it looks like Empire aren't going to just let this one go. They're going to try and fight this.
Oh, they need to get out now.
Yeah, Solo, he needs to get the hell out of there. Funnick straight in, moving forward. There'll be a TP out. Have they got the damage? Yes, they do. They'll take him down. Viper will be able to TP out.
And that's the key one, because he's working on the mech.
He's close as well, isn't he?
Actually, he's got it, yeah.
He's got it now.
So the game plan for VeGa right now is to get the mech and start 5-manning for some early towers. They need to remove the towers and get themselves some extra gold. The Beastmaster needs to finish his Necro Book as soon as possible. You want to make the map stretch open, allow your Beastmaster to get those solo roar into Necro Book kills, and essentially make Queen of Pain as well as Luna scared to farm. Because right now, Empire, you know, they're still pretty comfortable. In fact, Silent just taking ancient stacks. Looks like he's going to go for yet another farming item. You talked about whether he needs the early BKB. Well,
he's skipping it. Well, he's
feels like
it for now.
Yeah, I'm going to go for Yasha.
I mean, so far, yeah, the farm's been looking good for him. So if he's able to step it up even more, going to be a little bit harder for VeGa to try and catch up.
Yeah, this is why where VeGa needs to group up and push and start pressuring that Luna. Cannot allow him to essentially sit behind 3 tier 1 towers and just farm away.
Oh, no fear. He's going to put down the Nightmare onto Viper, and there is backup. Silent, he has got the Eclipse if he wants to move forward. The Shard's actually a little bit unfortunate, kind of blocking off the side. They'll still get the Phoenix Grip off, but they can't get themselves around. Okay, they've got the Snowball to cross over. Eclipse comes out from Silent. They'll take down one. Remnant away from Pastures. He's trying to get himself out of this. Empire moving in on full force. They're looking for more. They'll get Mag as well on the Beastmaster. Shards come out, trapping up the Spirit Breaker. They'll find themselves a 3rd kill. Double kill for Silent on this Luna, and the Ember Spirit desperately trying to get himself out of this, but Empire, they're just moving forward. He tries for a TP, but they've got the council there with a Void. They'll find themselves a 4th kill. And Empire really turning up with the aggression. They had a bit of a slow start to this round, of course, losing the first best of 1, losing the first game in the series to Monkey Freedom Fighters, but then they went on to take down the next 2 games, and now in game 1 against the side of VeGa, they're looking very strong, Lumi.
It's a huge risk to go for the Viper first because he's so tanky, and if he survives the chain stun...
Have a look at this, Lumi. Brought to us by the Score Sports. Where does it go wrong for VeGa? When do they realize that they should possibly leave this fight?
Well, they were hoping that the Viper will survive long enough to get off its mech, because once that happens, you could kind of just fight back. But the Eclipse providing a huge burst of damage, forcing the enemy team to go back, and at this point, you're trying to run against Night Stalker as well as Tusk during nighttime. It ain't happening. Of course, also, Spirit Breaker was forced to fight without getting his level 6, so they really need some key levels. Beastmaster also unable to really do too much without the high levels of Necro Book.
On top lane, Resolution. He's not going to quite spot out the Spirit Breaker at the moment. Item of choice, of course, for this Queen of Pain. He's going to be going for the Yule Scepter first. Why is he going for that this game, then?
I think it's just a good item to... First of all, it's very good against Ember Sphere. You could remove his Flame Shield. And of course, if you get the Slight Chain, you could also send yourself up in the air.
Here we go, now the strike to set this one up. They're looking for the Tusk, but he gets the Snowball out just in time. He's only on 230 HP, so he will end up going down. Nonetheless, they find themselves a kill here. VeGa, maybe trying to look to move in for more. Silent is there on the high ground. Funnick as well. Get him out going in, but there's the full 5-man here from the side of VeGa, so Empire, I think they're going to have to let this tier 1 go in the mid lane.
This is going to be a huge turning point in the game. If Empire gets another one of those 4-0 team fight, Roshan suddenly becomes a huge possibility, and if you have Aegis on the Luna, it becomes big. I don't know about that charge.
This is quite a deep charge. I don't think he's going to be able to follow through, but no fear.
It's a statement charge.
Yeah,
it's like I'm here.
Just asserting his, well, the dominance that VeGa are trying to regain after losing a pretty nasty fight in the bottom lane. Here we go, they're going to try for it. Roar onto Funnick, looking for the Night Stalker. Snowball comes across, they'll pick up Funnick. Funnick's going to stay alive for a little bit, but he does end up going down. There's a Phoenix Grip for the side onto no one, but they don't really have the damage to follow this through. Maybe with the Eclipse they can try and turn, but VeGa, they're there with the Dazzle as well, healing them up. And Silent trying his best with the Sonic Wave. Resolution bursting them all down. 3, 4 are dead, 5 are dead. Empire just destroying VeGa as Resolution turns up in absolute fashion.
And remember what I said, this is a huge statement in this fight where, you know, if you win the fight 5-0, 4-0, you go into the Roshan pit. Now Silent gets the Aegis. It's not just about asserting dominance. Now they're inserting dominance. It's
yeah, this is
they're doing great.
Yeah, and as you were saying with the draft from the start, it's all about getting this momentum for Empire, and they have certainly got it now. I mean, look at this Luna. This Luna is disgustingly fat. 10k net worth at 16 minutes in.
They don't even give it to Aegis to her. They gave it to Queen of Peace.
I mean, she's not dying. You know what I mean? They don't need to put it on the Luna at this point. Silent is just getting so far ahead.
Yeah, and Manta Style is definitely
It's done. It's complete.
Yeah. Manta Style, a very good way to protect. You could even disjoint the Viper Strike ultimate if you wish. You make Spirit Breaker have a hard time to ever landing that ultimate on you if you, again, disjoint his ultimate at the right time. So, to me, Empire is just outplaying VeGa in the early stages of the fight, and now they're really snowballing away with huge, huge items.
Absolutely. We just saw on the graph the lead that Empire have begun to create. I mean, you look at VeGa's lineup as well, they do have this Ember Spirit, so the potential to push them late, but the fact that they're running heroes like the Spirit Breaker, like the Viper, I mean, even like the Beastmaster, these heroes can fall off surely pretty heavily against what Empire have got this game, with the Luna.
Well, not so much falling off, but more so they're falling behind. Because if you look at the next 10 minutes, where's the damage really coming from? Normally, Mag at this point has Necro 3. If you look at him, he's only got Necro 1, so there's no damage there. If you look over to Viper, normally nowadays you see a lot of like just damage Vipers, but he's forced to go a mech for the team, so you're not going to see too much damage from him. And then Ember Spirit, well, he's got Treads and Poor Man's Shield. So
Empire smoked up here with the wraparound Lumi. They're going to look for more. They're going to look for no one. And straight up with the Fiend's Grip snowball across as well. Mag gets silenced up so he can't get the Roar. There's a charge. Nicely done across the middle of the fight. Now they're trying to turn with the Viper Strike to Funny. The Roar gets laid down onto the Tusk. Do they have the damage to bring him out? Well, with Pasha turning up, they might just be able to do it. They'll take down the Tusk. They'll take down 3 Nightstalker and Banefall as well. And this time, Empire just looking a little bit too deep for the fight. And VeGa, they were ready for that one.
well, they did get the tier 1 silver lining, but it was not exactly the best situation. And more importantly, you gave away a couple of big streaks. You gave away quite a bit of experience. The team kind of...
I left the gold and the XP. That's not a bad swing for 18 minutes into a game.
Unfortunately, there's not too much objective that VeGa could take off of this. You're not getting a Roshan, for example. You're not getting a tier 2 tower. And they're trying to snowball into another gank, but...
They would love to get Luna here. That would be a lovely pick-off whilst 3 dead. They've got the vision for the charge. Silent does get off the Eclipse, and now he's going to try and turn. Look at these Lucid Beams. Is it enough to kill anyone? He will. He'll find the kills with the Spirit Breaker. Now he's trying to retreat. Now he's going to turn. The Sonic Wave comes really just clip them on the edge. No one trying to get himself out. There's a Lucid Beam coming down. They'll try and chase down this Viper. Viper, he tries to sit there, realize he's got nowhere to run, and he will end up going down. So, again, you know, he didn't pick up the Aegis for a reason, Limit. He's just not dying, this Silent, and that was with him pretty much being on his own, and 3 heroes of VeGa, maybe even 4 converging on him there.
Yeah, we're seeing how effective Manta Style is, being able to get rid of the chains and, of course, the Eclipse, not making Spirit Breaker's life any easier.
Resolution knows. He knows something's up in this tree line.
Well, he doesn't have
he's just seen him. He's got the vision. Pasha is in a bit of trouble. Okay, no, Resolution.
Who's in trouble?
He needs some backup. The snowball might just be it, and Resolution does blink out, says, no, you're not having me for dinner, son. And Ember Spirit will go down. Same time, there's Nightmare set up on Solo in the mid lane. Fiend's Grip to follow up, and here comes the TPs from Empire. Again, they get the Ember Spirit down bottom. They get the Dazzle in mid lane.
Empire's just on a roll, man.
This is the team really coming together. There's been a few games that Empire just haven't seemed all there, and this time, they're working perfectly as a 5-man.
Yeah, VeGa's just falling behind in farm really, really fast. Beastmaster has not gotten an item in the past 5 minutes or so, and he's trying to do a little bit of split push, but as PP pointed out many times today, split pushing against Nightstalker is just not where you want to be. You could technically do it, but you're just constantly scared. You don't exactly know where he's coming from. And this Nightstalker, speaking about him, he's got that Vlad's finish, and I imagine the Aghanim Scepter is coming up next.
Tower is under attack.
And it's going to be interesting to see what Luna invests in as well. You look at Silent, he's got 4k in the bank here. 8 kills, 9 assists, only died the once. This is pretty much a textbook Luna performance.
Yeah, normally at this point you just get the BKB and be like, there's no way you can kill me. Again, if he feels extremely confident, he could just go for a different item. Looks like it's going to be a Scotty, yeah? I'm going to just be so tanky.
Yeah.
Again, where's your damage from VeGa? Beastmaster has none, Viper has none, and Ember has none. That the last fight where they won it behind their tier 1 and tier 2 tower, the reason they won it was the weave was essentially on top of everybody. They got a huge heal bomb. But I don't think Solo is going to have that kind of play again in a more chaotic fight. He's probably going to get focused and run down very early.
Empire ready to fight down bottom. Funnick leading the way. Resolution blinks across. There'll be a TP out for Shoma, but now, well, with the Void onto this Dazzle, in a lot of trouble. He'll get out of weave. It's going to be his last one for a good 30 or so seconds. As Resolution now in a dominating streak with this Queen of Pain. And we were talking about Silent's performance, Resolution as well himself. He's only died once and 4 kills, 10 assists. He's been making a lot of things happen across the map.
Yeah, big Sonic wave so far. To me, the standout player has been the Tusk.
Okay.
Being able to farm that very quick arcane now into mech, and once he gets that Guardian Greaves, you just go 5-man. There's, again, not enough damage to really push them back from the continued usage of that GG boots or Guardian Greaves.
No Silent. He's going to walk into this. He does have an Eclipse, and maybe this is Silent going to fight. Gets it off, though. He needs some backup from the rest of his team, and he might just get it. They're moving forward. Silent will still fall. That's a big kill here for the side of VeGa, and VeGa now. Yeah, exactly. They're going to move forward, and they're going to look for more. It's going to be a question if they can find it. They did have the vision there for the weave drop down onto the Tusk, so they know he's about. The question is, are they going to go the right way? No, he's going to be fine. He's able to get himself to the tree line, TP out. So they do just lose the Luna, but as we can see from the numbers there, that was a very big kill for VeGa to find.
Yeah, Ember getting it is pretty good. And Necro 3 finally online for Mag. That mid-fight really helped him out. And now he can start thinking about, you know, the secondary item, whether he wants a Breach of Travel, Blink Dagger, Aghanim Scepter. I think Blink Dagger will definitely be very helpful to their playstyle. Again, because Luna has not gone for the BKB, you Blink Roar him, you get that Necro 3 out, and even if you don't get the clean kill against Luna, the Mana Burn will just really put her low. Bottom lane.
Bottom lane, Funnick maybe coming out a bit too far. There's backup here for Shoma the Slayer. Oh, he might get away with the CP here, Funnick, and he does. Okay, I haven't got anything else to cancel it. Pasha wasn't quite close enough there to
Where's
go
that
in with the
bash?
remnant. So, well, Funnick lucky to escape there with his life. Notable pickups, of course, the fact that we've now got an Aghanims on your Queen of Pain, and you've now got the Guardian Greaves done on the Tusk. I mean, on the panel, Sin was talking about the importance of getting that mech. I mean, 23 minutes in, you've got to complete your Guardian Greaves.
Yep.
That's the next level.
Not only that, they also picked up a gem on No Fear, so they're looking to close out this game. We're going to just make sure you have absolutely no map control, and that's going to be somewhat hard to do against a team with the Beastmaster, because the Hawk is going to be somewhat helpful.
Absolutely. Can he go for a little bit of a cheeky solo kill here? He's got a level 16 Axe upgraded. That's a lot of damage.
But he's also got Necro 3, so he's fairly tanky.
Yeah, there's a roar as well.
And if you don't get the kill, Necro 3 comes out, you get roared.
He needs some back. I mean, he's got the backup now. Yeah.
But also Spirit Breaker is here. They'll just back it off. More so at this point, do you need to take that risk? You're so far ahead, why don't you just wait for the next Aegis? You got the map control because of the gem, so... I think Empire is definitely favored if they kind of slow out the game in the next 5 to 10 minutes, get the Roshan, and then just go for the GG push.
That's just Skadi now done here on Luna. So Silence very much going to be ready for that next push when it does come out. As you said, maybe wanting to wait here for the Aegis. We're going to see in a bit, or in a few seconds in fact, how long it is going to be until Roshan's back up. And in the meantime, they'll take down the bottom tier 2 here, the side of Empire. VeGa not coming out with any response other than to try and get a push on themselves. Top lane trying to work down this this tower, but of course their push is not going to be anywhere near the same as the power of this Silent
You
Luna.
have to come back now.
You've
because
got to get back.
If you lose the T3 against Luna, the Glaives are going to just destroy your Rex in matters of seconds. So, gotta... Well, Tier 3 has already suffered a ton of damage. Empire is very happy with what they got out of this.
And now maybe the time to back off and look for Roche. You've got no fear, just TP back to the middle lane to get himself a bit of XP, a bit of farm. Resolution's working his way across the top. 1800 gold now on top of that Aghanims. And level 17 as well on the Queen of Pain. And, okay, so Roshan is just going to be up in just about a couple of minutes. So a bit more time here for Empire to work with the map before they're able to get that. And we can expect to see them go aggressive again. And I guess the question is, at this point, VeGa... They've got to surely force the fight, so they've got to try and do something here to stop Empire from just creating this lead in terms of farm.
Yeah, they got a big boost of items that are coming up or has already finished. For example, Viper BKB is online. If you look at Nineposh, he's almost nearing his Battle Fury. And of course, we talked about Mag finishing his Necro Book, and it looks like his Blink Dagger is almost online as well. So if they could just get that like 1 more minute farm, they could take a good fight. The question is, will they get that 1 minute? Because right now, if VeGa loses 1 hero, then they will guarantee to lose the next Roshan. Again, a very tense stage of the game. Looks like Resolution is I imagine this is going to be an Assault Curious.
I was going to say, Assault Crusher Shiva's got a... With the AC, if you're getting it at this point, you know, it's going to be very nice for the Luna and very nice for trying to break the base. But I guess the Shivas is the more orthodox pickup here for the Queen. Or do you really feel this is going to be the AC game?
I'm not sure if the attack speed slow aura is going to be that effective, especially against the Beastmaster aura, who kind of directly counters it. So I like the AC a little bit more myself, but we'll see how Team Empire builds it.
I guess quite nice as well against just the Dazzle with the Weave, something to help.
Yeah, sure.
Once that all gets dropped down on you.
And of course, they do have the Night Stalker with Vlad's already, so you double up on that armor aura. That's kind of the ultimate high ground dream, and they're just waiting for Roche.
I mean, talking about Phoenix Night Stalker, he did obviously go for the Vlads on top of the phase boots. We didn't see a straight Aghanims rush from the guy. He's got an Ogre Club. I mean, is that going to be the Aghanims, or could he potentially just be going for a BKB for these fights? We could see something big happening here. Empire smoking up. If they can get the jump onto Pasha, that'd be perfect. And they do. Fiend's Grip straight up, and they move in. The Shallow Grave does come out to Pasha. The Snowball picking up the side of Empire, moving forward. They get out the Eclipse. And he will fall. They've already found the kill onto the Bane though, so it's a 1-for-1 at the moment, but now they're looking to Solo to fall as well. And a 3-for-1, and now here comes the push from Empire. No reason to hold back.
This is an aggressive...
And GG.
Out GG.
They've called GG.
I mean, here's the thing. Empire could have just waited and got the Roche for sure, but they're like, nah, we'll just fight you now, and they show why they're so dominant.
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable, of course, from the side of VeGa. It is a best of 3. It is relatively late as well. If you realize the other team's this far ahead and they're just going to go for the kind of push like that, you tap out, you just regain yourself, and you come back with a different plan in game 2. No point wasting any more energy on this first match.
Absolutely agree.
Well, I mean, Empire did it. They've certainly stepped it up. A lot of people before, earlier today, VeGa's looking to be the stronger side, but Empire, with some real standout performances, just the whole lineup really coming together that game. And I can't remember the last time we saw Empire just play that well as a team. That was some really impressive stuff.
I think every game they've been kind of leveling up more and more.
They've been getting better and better over the games this round, absolutely.
So I'm wondering what the panel would think about this game. They weren't really happy with the Luna last pickup, but
it really
stepped it up Silent.
It really worked from Silent. It was a genius pick, and something that VeGa just weren't ready to deal with. VeGa, they had the lineup to go aggressive, but Empire just had the lineup to deal with it, be more aggressive, and to just be able to get the successful pushes off the back of it. And that is game 1, ladies and gentlemen. Empire will take the game. We'll be back very shortly with game 2 between the sides, but don't go anywhere. From myself and Luma, there'll be a short break, but straight over to the panel to see what they've had to say about this first game of the series. Lumi ready to get ourselves into game 2 between Team Empire and the side of VeGa Squadron. Let's not beat around the bush. Let's get ourselves straight in. And Lumi, VeGa switching it up a bit. They draft the Ember again, but this time he's going to be in the mid, and you're going to have that Luna in the safe lane, taking a little bit of a page out of what Empire did in game 1.
Yeah, the big difference is that VeGa was, Empire paired the Luna with the Queen of Pain, a hero that could really contribute early. Once you get the Sonic Wave, you could go, you know, get some kills. Ember, not really that type of hero. The laning stage is not going to favor him as much, and his killing potential is not nearly as high. So I feel like VeGa needs to get a ton of laning advantage. They need their Wyvern to basically get 7 ASAP and repel the push that is imminent from DK. So I'm not sure whether that's possible. I feel like VeGa's draft is very, very greedy, and Empire has one of the better drafts to counter that in the form of Dragon Knight.
And we're going to see how this mid lane goes up. This matchup of the Ember Spirit against this DK and Bane combination. It's not going to be a pretty one here for the Ember. He's actually come to lane here with his Quelling Blade, trying to deal with the damage reduction that's going to be inevitable from that free fire from Resolution. And we'll see how well no one is able to farm up against this and see if he is able to find the CS in this mid lane. It's going to be hard though, Lumi.
Yeah, rarely we'll get a true 1v1 because Wyvern is trying to courier snipe. He could Arctic burn this if he meets up with the courier.
Is he gonna get it?
He doesn't have the vision right now.
As soon as, I mean,
he'll get it on the way back, but you know the damage is done, right? Go courier!
Okay.
We'll take those. We'll take those. That's a lot of gold.
That is. Resolution, of course, lucky that he got the bottle out before it was taken down, but nonetheless, as a courier down for a few minutes off the side of Empire, and the Wyvern snipe was successful.
I mean, I guess the next thing you could do to really strand the DK is to control the rune so he can't, you know, have that refill. Because normally if you control the rune against DK, it's like, all right, I'll bottle Crow instead, but, well, the courier's dead.
I'm talking about the other lanes. His bottom lane, Silent. He's going to be farming up against this Mag Darkseer. We know how good Mag is on the hero. But nonetheless, the Gyrocopter still should be able to find pretty decent farm in this lane, surely.
Unfortunately, Mag is, unfortunately for Empire, Mag's getting quite a bit of experience because he's blocked the jungle. And right now, Dazzle's having a tough time finding that D ward. And you can see that Mag is purposely not dropping that Iron Shell to push the lane. He's like, you know what, I might not get as many CS, but I'm getting a ton of experience under my tower.
Okay, and the final lane, top lane, again, they're running it for the second time. The series, of course, Empire, this Night Stalker Bane lane. We saw how well it was able to kind of punish the Ember Spirit safe lane. It looks like he's going to have a bit of a harder time so far trying to punish your Luna.
Yeah, Luna has much higher base damage. He's got the Witch Doctor backup. The cast is somewhat hard to dive against, and of course there's the Voodoo Restoration as well. So I think Nineposh is more okay in this situation.
I mean, so overall, would you say, I mean, VeGa are going to be a lot happier with the early game here?
Well, given the courier snipe they got going, I think they're pretty okay with the situation. I did not expect the Darkseer to get as much farm and level as he's getting. So a couple of small, nice RNG going the way of VeGa. It's not even RNG, but nice start for VeGa.
Yeah, smart plays from them at the moment. It's going to be interesting to see really where we see the first bit of action kick off. I mean, which lane in your mind is the most potent?
Probably top, because at least in the last game, that's where all the fight happened. Although we don't have a Spirit Breaker this game. Of course, we do see the Splinter Blast being set up now, so VeGa does have quite a bit of killing potential here with the Paralyzing Cast, the Arctic Burn, and now the Splinter Blast.
Oh, it's Silent bottom lane. Just moving in onto Mag. Mag will surge himself out.
Yeah, Mag plays it carefully enough here. He should not die.
I mean, yeah, he should be pretty smart on this Darkseer. Farm for both of the safe lane is 20 for 4. 19 for 6, very, very close. Ember Spirit in the mid lane finding quite a bit. 20 for 0, 17 for 2. So the Breathe Fire proving to not be too much of an issue here for this Ember. Still finding the farm, and Lord top lane trying to move on to fun it with the Splinter Blast. The Lucid Beam as well. There'll be a Nightmare. I don't think it's going to save him. And well, the cell. Nope, not quite enough there. And it will be first blood here for the side of VeGa. And can they try to move in for more here? They'll get the Lucid Beam in. There's a few right clicks forcing back the Bane as well. VeGa, they're going to be the first ones to get themselves a kill on the board.
Not only that, looks like no one has forced the DK to essentially walk back to base and TP back in the lane as well. So the Courier Snipe continue to prove to be effective for VeGa, and also no one gets himself a Bounty Rune. So looking pretty good, and more importantly, no one hits level 6 4 minutes in with Teleport Scroll. So the next time a fight happens, you expect Triple Remnant coming in to really turn the tide of the fight.
Absolutely, yeah. They're going to have that presence from the Ember Spirit ready and waiting when VeGa looks
So
for the
remember
action elsewhere.
what I said about earlier, how Queen of Pain gives you much more effective counter gank TPs? Well, because he's got such a great start, I think no one's going to make a very good impression of Queen of Pain with that Triple Remnant if he wants to do so.
I've got no doubt about that at all. Going from how he's played so far. Still Resolution. Being forced back. He's fighting the fight. 24 for 2 on this Dragon Knight. Maybe not as nice of a lane as he hoped for at the start.
Yep.
And it's going to be pretty much a question of when both of the teams start to group up. With the DK, you're going to be looking to try and push, try and take the towers, force the fights. But I'm looking at their lineup, and on the side of Empire, I mean, who's going to be building the mech this game, or are they just going to be going without it?
I guess if your Bane gets really, really farmed, for example, Go Black from CIS Reject loves to go mech. Speaking of which, Mag, by the way, the mech builder for his team, is trying to steal a big stack here. I don't think he'll get most of it. In fact, he might just weaken it enough for Gyro to be like, okay, I guess I'll flak it now. But he is going to get 1 or 2 creeps. That's nice. But in terms of the time of them grouping up, I think you need some items on DK. You definitely need level 6 on Gyro. So not anytime soon, but maybe Empire, if they find one quick pick.
Oh, top lane. VeGa might find a pick here. Moving on to Snowfish. He's got the brain sap, and they will be able to just fog the Luna, so Luna can't get that Lucent Beam down.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, so I'm guessing 1 key item after Gyro and 1 key item after DK. The DK matchup versus Ember is really nice in the sense that whenever Ember is gone from the lane, DK is going to take like half your HP of your tower. So
middle tower
Ember has to choose his ganks very wisely.
It's going to be, well, the brace is picked up, so looks to be that drums build here for the Ember. Aquila just being completed here by Silent on top of the phase boots.
Top lane looks like Bongo's going to fly out here. Double bounce on Funnick, but it is nighttime. So he'll run out. But what a difference from Funnick, at least game 1 and game 2 performance. I think game 1 at first night he was getting like 2-3 kills already.
Yeah, and now he's got to just stay in the lane really and just soak up the XP.
Right. He really realized he can't really gank essentially anywhere. Can't gank mid because no one has, he's fairly tanky. He has a Remnant now, and if you gank bottom, well, Darkseid has Search, and of course you always have an Ember threatening to TP in. So VeGa, we talked about how they need a really good laning stage, especially for Wyvern to get a decent amount of levels. And not only is Wyvern having a great farm because he got the first blood, everybody else on the side of VeGa is really getting a lot.
No.
They certainly are, but 7 minutes in, it's certainly a little bit less action-packed than the first game we saw. I think we saw something like 8 kills on either side about the 9-minute mark. This one, both teams just playing it a little bit safer. Understandably so, this is a big game for them, both of them. Big deal. Well, second match here. This could be sending the side of VeGa home if they drop this. And Empire can make their way through to day 2 here if they take this match.
Resolution getting pressure pretty hard in the mid lane. He does have Bane backing him up. One thing that VeGa needs to watch out for is the level 6 Gyro gank that's becoming very, very popular. Silent disappears into the jungle using his call down to farm, but VeGa does not know that, so VeGa might be preparing for the Gyro gank that may not even come. Mag continue to jungles up in the jungle, or farms up in the jungle, and the mech timing should be pretty good for him.
Just done at the moment. It's still got a bit of a way to go.
Yeah.
But as you said, yeah, it's going to be reasonable, especially considering it's a game where there just hasn't been, he's not been involved in any kills, because there hasn't really been any that much at this point.
Yeah, the big difference between the Luna farm this game and last game was that Silent, it was a very chaotic fight, but Silent never had to join the fight. So he was getting free farm and he was slowly pulling away. But speaking of this game, the Gyro and the Luna really close to net worth with each other. I imagine we're going to see much earlier BKB purchase for both of the cores because no one has a big enough lead to be like, all right, I'm going to just get more farming items, I'm going to get more stats.
Look at this smoke up here from the Bane and the Gyro. No one's got an invis ring though, and that's going to dispel the smoke here with the ward out as well. And we'll get dewarded. They know that no one's still about. He's still got half the duration of this invis and no detection on the Bane, of course. So I'm going to be able to find this Ember and no one will be able to walk it off. But nonetheless, just stopping a bit of aggression there that Empire we're going to be looking for with that smoke.
Yeah, pretty standard smoke timing for a Gyro once you hit level 7 and 8. And when you see that Dazzle soaking the free farm on the bottom lane, you kind of sense it coming as well. So VeGa not falling for a very common trick in the book and continue to rise away.
He does. We're just trying to.
When
find
did we
his
go from
level
CS
6.
Dota to China Dota?
I mean, this is totally slowed down, hasn't it? Game 2 is a right contrast to what we saw in Game 1. Mid lane, we might see a bit of action here. No one moving in with a Flame Guard. Quite going to be able to take down this DK.
I mean, in theory, no one could commit a couple of remnants and jump for the kill, but too dangerous. You get stunned up by DK under the tower, the TP comes in, and suddenly, you know, the Dazzle graving, you don't know where he is. Or you know who he's bottom, but he could technically TP mid. So just very risky play, and VeGa very comfortable just farming right now.
And the fact that they don't really know where Silent is, because he's been off the map, just cleaning up these jungle camps now.
Yeah. A big turning point is, I think the team that makes the first dive under a tower, similar to last game, will be the team losing out the fight, because both teams are so good at counter ganking with teleports.
In a lot of trouble here. No one's coming with the Remnant chains as well. Funnick. Oh, is he going to get himself out of it with his movement speed? He's got the phase boots as well in this. Being nighttime, he just couldn't quite get the damage in, and Funnick ends up wasting the time here with this
bottom lane.
Espero.
Resolution's going to DK form into a stun, but where's the follow-up? Dazzle's like, I'm going to heal now, guys.
As your TP's coming through as well. No Fear still moving in. Has that Nightmare, seeing if he can try and find the range to get it out on anyone, but he can't at the moment.
So as soon as the Ember rotates off the lane, Empire decides to strike at the bottom. And let's see if they're going to get this tier 1 tower. Maybe they'll get the tier 1, and you can see Wyvern immediately rotating and looking to D-push. Already get the level 3 Splinter Blast. Empire will end up getting this tower, but VeGa's going to try to delay as much as possible. Meanwhile, they're retorting on the top side as well. Luna, not exactly a bad pusher, starting to damage that tier 1 top.
Will be the side of Empire to find the first tier 1 here on that bottom lane. And as you said, tier 2 looks like it will fall. They're not going to try and defend. It's just Funnick cleaning out the wave, trying to pull it back here with the Void Spam.
If they could get a tower deny here, that would be huge. In fact,
they've held on to the tower.
The TP from Gyro, forcing everybody back. Silent, maybe looking for a call down here. Witch Doctor really caught out. The call down's gonna fly. One tick will hit, and the phase boot plus the rocket barrage. Oh no.
He's not gonna go. I think they're a bit aware that Pasha is there and does have the Eclipse. They're, you know, very scared of trying to fight into the Eclipse in the jungle at that choke point.
Slight advantage for Empire though. They got the bottom tier 1, and I believe they denied the top.
They didn't quite get the deny. The catapult managed to finish it off. No one was able to stop it. Yeah. So tower for a tower trade. Silent looking to build into that Sange and almost certainly into the S and Y. I'd be interested to see if he kind of follows a build that we saw, I think it was Loader do a few times at the major way. Picks up the Sange, but then he goes for the BKB first after that before finishing into the full S and Y. So he's got that extra tankiness.
Just 1 HP.
So the VeGa can't burst him down.
Again, I think VeGa is very comfortable with the way that the game's going. They have a much more farm-oriented and late game-oriented lineup. And one of the core sticks out as a Swordom to me, which is the Funnick Night Stalker. When he's not really snowballing out of control through kills, he just doesn't farm very fast. So I feel like he's going to be left in the dust when it comes to the farm game. And an under-farm Night Stalker is... I mean, Darkness is still very good at preventing ganks and preventing split push, but when it comes to actual fighting and right-clicking, well, mid lane, the grip's gonna fly up here. We're gonna have the DK form. He could really stun.
I've got the stun to follow it up as well, but there's a cold embrace. Yeah, here's the turnaround potentially. It looks like they can't quite bring down no one, and now with the Renter's Curse, the Death Ward as well. The Remnants in coming in from the side of VeGa. No one's trying to clean this up. The weave comes out. Grave onto Resolution. He'll actually turn around, gets the kill onto the Ember Spirit. They do lose the Bane. Resolution's just gonna be fine here with that regen. So, as much as VeGa tried to turn that, Empire going to be happy with that trade, and they get the deny as well. They do end up losing the Night Stalker though. Funnick will go down as Luna moved in, and did use the Eclipse there to find himself a kill on that top lane.
I think Night Stalker actually initiated a fight, but Luna says, I got Eclipse, and won that one pretty big time. I wonder what Nightposh is going for, the item choice. So last game we saw the Helm into Yasha, and then Manta, and then Scotty. But I imagine, again, we're going to see a much earlier BKB.
Yeah, Drums BKB, I'd imagine. It's going to be the call here for
Or maybe Drums, SMY, and then BKB.
SMY first?
SMY gives you some health if he feels comfortable enough, again.
Silent, he's being chased down. And look at these Remnants coming straight across. Funnick is there to try and help turn, but the wall's being dropped. And with the vacuum as well, Silent and Funnick need to get themselves the hell out of here. Silent starts to run. Yeah, I've still got the mana for the cooldown and the Rocket Barrage for that cannon in 5, but they're not going to want to fight this at this angle. They'll back themselves off Empire.
That's a lot of commitment against a team that has a Dazzle. With that said, though, Dazzle did have his teleport on cooldown, so I wonder if VeGa saw Dazzle TPing somewhere and was like, all right, guys, we got 40 seconds to make this gank happen. In either case, nothing really came out of that, and we do continue a very slow farming game. Speaking of network here, Gyro leading by 600. Nothing really to write home about.
No, not at all. Yeah, I mean, when you look at what the Luna is pretty close behind on the side of VeGa, definitely feels like VeGa in a stronger position than they were at this point in game 1, where Empire were really breaking ahead in terms of the farms on their core. Now, in the mid lane, there's a smoke up, and okay, Funny's going to take the brunt of this attack, jumping straight away with the Death Ward as well. Not giving any mercy or any chance for this Night Stalker to escape. They'll take themselves the kill. At the same time, though, Resolution, he is pushing down on this tier 2 on the bottom lane, and Silent, ready to fight. The Rocket Barrage and the cooldown, very nicely done for the tree line. They'll take down the Witch Doctor. There's 3 heroes still trying to move forward. Pasha hasn't got the Eclipse here for 20 seconds, and now, with Resolution turning it with an Invis rune, they could try and turn this. The Fiend's Grip comes out. This is going to be a big kill, but the Winter's Curse onto Silent might buy enough time for no one to escape. No, they've got the damage with the Breathe Fire. They'll find the kill onto the Ember Spirit, and now Empire looking to move forward for more. Chasing behind this tier 1 in the mid lane. Resolution, he's got a Dragon Tail stun in 4 seconds. Can he get himself in range for any of this action? Pasha and Mag playing it safe behind the tier 2.
Need to disengage now because the Eclipse is back online, and you don't want to fight under the tier 1 tower, especially in Luna Eclipse. TP coming in from the Witch Doctor to cast. Not going to really bounce too much. Meanwhile, the chase on the back line here, No Fear trying to run away, but the drums from 9posh will seal the deal. So again, kind of really scrappy fights. Both teams really trying to fight around, the cooldowns of ultimates and teleport scrolls. And again, VeGa continue to farm away on the Luna.
Indeed, it's pretty much going to be the battle of the Gyro and the Luna this game.
Yep.
Both cores are finding the farm. It's just going to be a question of who finds the better fights. And Silently picks up the Blade of Alacrity, so is going to go for that full-out S and Y before progressing any further. And still just saving up money here on Pasha's Luna, yet to reveal what his first big item is going to be on top of the drums.
I think at this point, maybe he's looking to... Because I guess if you want the BKB, you would have bought the Ogre Club by now just for the extra HP. So maybe he's going for a full Yasha, or maybe even an Ultimate Orb just to tank up a bit. Meanwhile, trying to go for a Manta once again.
Manta, I mean, he does kind of need something against this Night Stalk. During the darkness, the night time, just getting the Crippling Fear out into the Luna is really limiting the output, the damage output of the side of VeGa in these team fights.
The thing about Manta this game is, apart from that, it really doesn't help you against too much of anything else. The stun from DK, you can't really avoid it. You cannot get rid of things like Enfeeble. Hold down Flat Cannon still will destroy illusions, so I don't know. Maybe he's also saving up gold, thinking about what he wants to buy.
Top lane, Resolution gets the push on with this Elder Dragon form.
I think it's going to be a tower tray as VeGa is going to get this one for free as well. And looks like the DK form is more than halfway done, so maybe they do a little bit of tier 2 damage, forcing VeGa to come back. And looks like Luna is committing for what looks like to be a BKB with the mid-throw hammer pickup.
Okay. Yeah. Understandable here from Pasha. And top lane, there's your TPs. They're ready to try and fight Empire. They know that Resolution's going to be losing his Elder Dragon soon, and with Winter's Curse to lock him down. Remnant 4 for no one. They're trying to fight. Resolution's going to go for the TP, but the Searing Change is there. Shallow Grave will come out from a low on dust, but I don't think they're saving Resolution. They've got to let this Dragon Knight go, and they will. They'll find the kill VeGa. The rest of the team looking to get themselves out. Can they cancel the TP? They got anything? Yes, they do. Chains just in time. And they pick themselves up a double kill on the Ember Spirit.
In lane.
Very nice reaction.
Teleports into a Rocket Barrage.
He's got a Fiend's Grip, and here's your cooldown. Pasha will fall. Mag tries to save him there, moving in with the mech, but Mag's just going to pay with his own life here, and that's a double kill for Silent. He'll say yes, thank you.
The reason that Mag was playing so aggressive because 9posh was cutting from behind, trying to get a little bit of Eclipse action going on, but great TP from No Fear. Kind of break that fight up, gets a grip. They do get the tier 1 tower, and looks like they could pressure a little bit more, so the last couple of exchanges has been, again, kind of going back and forth. It's really hard to say any one team has a huge advantage, and if you look at the net worth graph, well...
It's very close, up and down, up and down. And if anything, VeGa losing the control that they did have, well, Silent's going to look to try and take more away from them. He's got this haste rune, moving straight in onto Sherman. Well, with Funnick there as well, no hope for the Witch Doctor. He's out for the count. And Silent now on a dominating streak. 4 kills here on this gyrocopter. 1 assist, hasn't died yet this game.
Uh-oh, funding?
Funny, that's a bit of a different story. 3 deaths at the moment, and he's being chased down by no one. We could be seeing another one added to the tally, but no one didn't quite have the mana there to go for the slight combo.
I think with both teams so even, Empire might finally have the trump card, which is the BKB on DK. Because if he sits on the front line and activates BKB in a fight or beats at your tower, there's really very little answer. Sure, you could technically use your Death Ward and hit him a bit. And of course, you could stun him with, you know, Winter's Curse, but he's just so tanky. And you can see the Empire now start to group up and look for a little bit of objective.
Ooh, can they find Pasha here? Looks like they're not going to try
Dire's
for
middle
it.
tower is under
You know, look at
attack.
the side of VeGa. They are all in the fountain at the moment, but Empire know that they are going to be able to do something spooky. There's going to be a smoke here from VeGa from the base. See if they can catch something out here. Pasha hasn't quite hit level 11. Well, he will now, so he's going to have that second point into the Eclipse.
Yep.
The fighting power stepping up for the side of VeGa. It's just a question if they can actually find a jump onto Empire. Playing fairly safely at the moment, kind of separating across the map and splitting themselves up,
If
backing
they could
away.
get Gyro here, it would be huge. Looks like they won't find him. No one aggressively jumping
he's gone
forward.
so deep here.
Well, he's found him, but where's the follow-up here? And immediately you can see Empire rotating.
And there's a Fiend's Grip on No Fear as well, if he wants to try and find something.
I think it's time to back out here. Ember too low on mana. VeGa recognized the danger that is coming their way, which is the double BKB on both Gyro and DK. Once that's online, it's almost impossible for VeGa to defend.
Resolution is going to get chains out onto him. He's going to hold onto his BKB, not prematurely popping it as of yet.
Yeah, VeGa desperately trying to find any type of action because once the double BKB comes on, they just cannot defend. So any pick they could get could transition maybe into tower, maybe Roshan. They need to find themselves some sort of go boost. But for now, Luna falling behind in the net worth. DK is also...
It's going to be a huge wraparound. If they can find a lip Fiend's Grip, and they do, the Eclipse isn't going to come out in time. Silent, he gets out on the cooldown, and now he's going to move forward. The vacuum wall is massive from the side of VeGa. They're looking to turn. They found the pain. The Winter's Curse to Resolution with the Death Ward as well. Silent's going to get himself out. He's been shallow graved up. The Jar in a lot of trouble. And Low Dance as well in this Dazzle. He's got to run. He's got to hide, but the Arctic Burn slows out. Silent has been Glimmer caped up. He's hiding the tree line of 15 HP, but they should be able to find him here. Silent, no, he jukes it out. They didn't get the vision. The Lucid Beam finally comes down from VeGa. And off the back of a beautiful vacuum wall from Mag there at that choke point, Empire just getting torn apart.
Yeah, and boy, VeGa needed that as well. So the game now back on an even footing as a huge catch-up play here by Luna in terms of farm. BKB will be completed after that fight. I think the courier was lost for VeGa in that fight. But
Let's have a look at this Score Esports replay. Where's it all go wrong for Empire?
well, that vacuum wall, man. The cooldown was really good, but they didn't have enough burst damage. And then the vac wall came, the Curse of Steel up, and Witch Doctor really looking to go. So much damage output from the support at this stage of the game.
I mean, they nearly saved Silent as well there. It's cool when we see him kind of juke around. He's like, oh,
Unfortunately,
gets himself out.
he didn't have a TP. If he did, he would have actually completed the channel given the amount of time. DK made it out though, so that was pretty good for them.
Things starting to step up here, 22 minutes in. 10 for 6 at the moment. VeGa, off the back of that last fight, going to feel a bit more confident, but still the top net worth is this Silent Gyrocopter. But it is a question of just when he can actually finish off that Ogre Club goal for the BKB, because as we saw in that last fight, he really needs that. I mean, even with it, if VeGa can hit a combo like that, there's going to be a serious amount of damage still coming down. But with the BKB, it's going to be much more likely for Empire to be able to turn around those kind of fights where VeGa gets the jump.
Yeah, I mean, sure, the vacuum wall combo looks sick in that fight, but once the BKB comes online, like you said, then you know the curse won't catch everybody with the curse change. And of course, when you have the BKB, you could easily run down the Witch Doctor, so he couldn't output the damage that he did in the last fight. So that's why the timing was so important for Empire. And now it looks like DK starting to get a little bit of picking item himself, looking for the Shadow Blade. VeGa though very aggressive into this Roshan play because Empire could knock on the Roshan doorstep. I'm not sure I'm not sure VeGa could do this.
I mean, Aloha's just dropped the weave down here.
Time to back out.
And VeGa have got to be very careful about sticking around here.
Because if you lose this fight right now, and the fact that you brought Roshan to maybe 60% health, you lose 3 heroes, they get Aegis, and you just could flat out lose the game. This is very dangerous for VeGa.
I do like this though. VeGa, they're back up, they smoke out, it's been drawn on the map, they're looking for the wraparound onto the side of Empire.
Eclipse. They do have everything back online. And of course, more importantly, Mag has the Blink Dagger. Here we go.
Empire knowing that something's going on. They are actually going to keep this safe, as we can see. Yeah, Silent just actually TP straight across the mid
And
lane.
this is like two chess players, masters, just moving back and forth.
Knowing each other's next move.
Yep. But the big smoke, big circle, and then go straight back into the Roshan pit. And it seems like Empire,
This works out for VeGa.
yeah, it looks like Empire got tricked this time around.
They scattered just a little bit too far. And
Oh, well, they will see the Remnant flying out of the Roshan pit with their wards. So.
Can they get there in time? I don't know if they can. Look
I mean,
at the
they don't
position
do
of
Rosh
Silent.
that quickly, though.
Silent's miles away.
But there's that weave.
He's heading
Right.
back up to the top, so they're not even going to go for this one, Lumi. They're just going to let it go to the side of VeGa.
I mean, DK's coming in. He's got BKB.
He's got to be a bit quicker on his footing, though.
I mean, the weave is taking up.
They've spooked him. VeGa have actually just left the pit. So this has now allowed time for Silent to get here as well on the gyro.
This is like a do or die fight, I think, for both teams. Because
I mean-
Roshan is so low. Now you just go in if you're Empire.
They're questioning whether to commit. The Slight comes out. They do have an Eclipse on Pasha. If he can get that off, that's going to be absolutely huge in the fight. There's the vacuum into Winter's Curse. No one jumping for the Remnant. The wall's being dropped. They've lost themselves to Bane, but now Silent. Moving forward, the BKB resolution. What the double BKBs that you talked about, Lumi. Let's see them come into play. Pasha gets out his own BKB, starting to work with. They've lost the Wyvern. Silent actually running away from this Luna. Just a little bit too scary for him. Resolution trying to see if he can get a Dragon Tail. No one has seen him heading back into the pit. Silent still alive with a Rocket Barrage moving away, but Pasha with the right clicks. Can they keep Silent alive? Yes, they can. They get the Shallow Grave off just in time. Silent trying to move it onto Mac with the Rocket Barrage. Can he take him down? No. Max is to get himself out. Silent's been Glimmer caped up. No one trying to move in with the Flame Guard. Resolution gets the Dragon Tail onto the Ember Spirit. Can he take him down? No. Silent first dodges there. Remnant away. No one's going to live. He gets himself out. They've lost three on the side of Empire. The Bongos bouncing between the Aloha Dazzle and the Resolution. Dragon Knight gets the Dragon Tail off. He gets one. He gets two. Triple kill here for the Dragon Knight. Can he get some more? Moving into Seam of the Slayer. The last one standing is trying to chase this down. Is he going to be able to find it? He gets healed up by...
His DK form's
he's
running
gonna
out
get it.
almost.
He's going to
but
get the Dragon Tails there. He's going to be able to take himself down.
Ultra.
A fourth Ultra kill for Resolution.
But he can't get the Roshan.
Oh!
Well, maybe he can.
I
He's
think
going
they
to try.
can. There's 4 dead on VeGa. They're not going to be coming back, Lumi.
Wyvern's coming back.
I mean, I don't think Wyvern can stop this one. What a fight there from Empire. Beautifully just balancing themselves. The fact that Resolution
I thought they
and
were going to lose
Aloha
that
just
fight.
kept each other alive.
Yeah.
The Dazzle play was beautiful. Resolution, he always focused the right targets. They get away with a huge fight, and they get away with the Roche and the Aegis.
Well, DK getting the Aegis is definitely big for them, but more important, I don't really... Okay, the Aegis is big, but I think really the result of the fight was what Empire was really after. They cannot give the Aegis on Luna, so... Of course, as the game drags on, a lot of these drum charges is also being depleted on the side of VeGa. They started with 2 drums of endurance and now 0 charges between both the heroes. So, I mean, they also need the Battle Fury on no one to be finished ASAP, because I think VeGa's play now, after losing that big fight, is just go for the late game. And you definitely want that Battle Fury online ASAP so he can start farming. The thing is, split pushing becomes very, very hard against the Night Stalker, as well as the Shadow Blade on DK. You could just start picking your team with +1. So VeGa really backed up in a corner, in my opinion, right now.
I mean, Silent's got a DD now as well, so Empire may very well just look to group up and go down the mid.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I mean, look at this position from Resolution, ready to try and make a jump. He's got that Aegis. And now with the Hyper Stone, starting to build towards that Assault Cuirass on the Dragon Knight. And here's your push. Phonic summons the darkness. VeGa just keeping themselves right up on the high ground here. They've probably got to just let this tier 2 go. I don't know if they can fight into this gyro. It's a very risky move. The sentry gets popped down though. No resolutions there. The ping's coming out, saying don't go out of the base, lads. There's a Dragon Knight there waiting with his tail.
Nope. We see you too now.
There we go. Tier 2 down. Empire. And they're ready to move forward for more. 28 minutes in, they want to try and break the base. Resolution going in with the Elder Dragon form, starting to push it onto the tier 3.
What's your Wyvern?
Back.
Arctic
Burn.
Yeah.
I mean, that percentage-based damage, not too shabby. Lucent Beam as well. Resolution getting fairly low.
What a hero. That's a support D-pushing you. Like, you have an Aegis on DK, it's like, eh. You know, Arctic Burn from far.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
It is not bad at all.
The thing is, the reason that...
Fairly long cooldown, though.
Yeah, very long cooldown, and Dazzle is just like, okay,
I should say that. It's 20 seconds now at max level, isn't it?
Oh, I'm surprised he maxed it, because normally you see Co-Embrace being more of a popular choice. Although, I guess it comes down to game. And this game, the percentage damage, very good against the high base armor of DK, like we're seeing this D-push situation.
I mean, looking at this, the fact that Resolution is going to have a reasonable timing on this Assault Cuirass that we're talking about. And here's your push. Looking for the tier 2. Silent kind of left on his own towards the mid lane. VeGa had moved out a little bit into their own jungle, maybe seeing if they could find the wraparound. Isn't going to be the case. So Empire get themselves the space to take a second tier 2 from the side of VeGa. And very much gaining a firm grip on the status of this game and straight in onto this poor old Wyvern.
I mean, he's just a support, but I think he's the most important hero for VeGa right now.
We saw the Arctic Burn become an issue. It's not going to be an issue when he's dead. Yeah, 40 seconds on the clock for the man, and here's the push from Empire. They'll take down the tier 3, looking for more. Slide of Fist comes out for no one. And Lucent beam down onto Funnick. The cast doing a bit of a bounce. Mag going in. Oh, that is beautiful, but Silent. He gets out the BKB. He's trying to fight. Pasha himself moving in with the Eclipse. They've got the Fiend's Grip out onto no one. It will not get cancelled as they'll back themselves out here, Empire.
So you just drop your biggest combo and...
Yeah, that's the wall gone. That's the Eclipse gone.
Yeah.
And you don't kill anyone.
Well, Wyvern's almost back and he should D-push her. Alright, so... I mean, they didn't lose Rack, so...
They didn't. It could have been a lot worse. But next time, you might not be as lucky. The fact that they use that combo and they don't manage to kill anyone on the side of Empire, and that's AC dumb. Yeah.
DK is so farmed.
Just look at the net worth of the two cores for the side of Empire.
Yeah.
You've got a Jara and a DK pretty much sitting on 15k. Over on the side of VeGa, it's your Luna at 11k. About 4k behind, 30 minutes in, and the graph, of course, overall showing it. But I think just the fact that there's that difference between the cores, that's the real breaking point here for the side of VeGa that's really hitting them hard in these fights.
Unless VeGa gets a 3-4 man wipe, this graph, the trend going towards Empire will just continue. Because there's no way VeGa could farm outside their base against Night Stalker, against DK. We saw that Wyvern just sitting in front of his tier 3 and just got picked, so...
Yeah, he was gone.
Yeah. How will VeGa defend the base?
Now let's have a look. No wall for 20 seconds, no Eclipse for 60. Resolution moving in. There's the Arctic Burn that we're talking about. Slide of Fist coming down as well. Resolution down to half a HP.
Okay.
Does still have that Aegis. Worth noting. And again, just trying to be held back here by VeGa. This is going to be the range racks going down. So half the racks down in the mid. Again, the chains onto Resolution. Grave will now be coming out. Oh, the Aegis is just expired. He needs to be careful. This man hasn't got an Aegis. He's not going to have a second chance. Gets himself out just in time. Silent, he'll be a little bit less lucky. Gets the BKB out with the damage for the paralyzing cast and the Death Ward. He's getting himself away. Might just be able to live. In fact, maybe thinking about turning. No one moving forward. Resolution has to get himself out. That timing of the Aegis expiring. They're very lucky, Empire, that they didn't stick around and go greedy. I'm sure they were keeping track of that timer, but they disengage at just the right time, Lumi.
Well, VeGa, at least, again, defended the base. I mean, against all odds. Sure, the range racks that went down. That's pretty bad, but, you know, I think they averted ultimate disaster, and now they get a little bit of farming time, but, boy, they really needed some picks, man. They need to start kind of forming a little bit of more of a defensive line. They need to farm more.
Funnick. Okay, that's a nice move.
It'll TP out.
Yeah, he's out.
And again, as this game drags on, like, for example, when Funnick finishes that Aghanim Scepter, boy, you can't leave base. You're just too scared to. So the big goal lead is continuing to pound on VeGa. And again, they need like 3 picks to start getting a tier 2, start getting more objectives. I just don't know where they're going to find these picks.
MKB's now done on Gyrocopter. Ready for the next fight. We're looking over at VeGa and the fact that the farm, you know, Mag's still finding it. He's got the Greaves now done on this Darkseer. Ready for that next defense. But Empire, looks like they're going to stick to the objectives here. Looking to try and take that final tier 2 here on this top lane. As they'll get the push around. Yeah, but Silent and Resolution. You know, they talked about it on the panel. This was their classic back in the day. DK and Jara, and still proving to be as effective here in this current patch and in this current meta.
And more importantly, it's so easy for Dazzle to just stay like 2k range away. Because all you have to do is make sure your DK or whoever you're frontlining with survives. But right now, the only way that VeGa could win a fight is getting some sort of like 4 or 5 man vacuum combo and just blowing up the DK or the Gyro during that time. So if you're the Dazzle, you just make sure you don't get caught by the combo. You always get off your Grave.
They're smoking up. They want to try and fight in the jungle. They're going to jumbo. Resolution gets the Dragon Tail onto Pasha. Pasha will be caught and braced up. BKB's been popped by Resolution. Mag trying to find himself in position here for a vacuum wall combo. The Winter's Curse coming down as a Resolution. Silent now moving in with the MKP. The damage this man's doing, forcing back the side of VeGa. Mag's going to fall. They have lost the Bane, and they will maybe be able to fight Resolution. No, the Shallow Grave comes out. It just turns. Look at the damage that this Dragon's doing. He's going to stay alive. The F1 is not enough. Triple kill for Silent. 4 heroes falling to the floor on the side of VeGa. And again, they just can't take these fights against Empire. This Dazzle Dragon Knight combo is just too damn strong. The Dragon Knight just has so much damn armor.
So what happened in that fight is that Luna got caught, and the Darkster had to pop the Greaves to save the Luna. And when he blinked in trying to look for his big vacuum combo, he just got silenced by Funnick. Normally you use a Grief for yourself to debuff, but at this point he can't, as he used it for the Luna already. So big disastrous fight. They're going to start losing multiple lanes of Raxus. Top goes down, mid will go down as a casualty as well. If VeGa could hold the bottom lane of Rax, maybe they have a glimmer of hope, but I'm not even sure whether they can. Wyvern is here to try to D-push, but at this point, Empire could go for the Gusto and get the last lane of Rax, or they could just be like, you know what, let's just take Rush.
Let's go Rush. Let's go for the safe bet.
I mean, walking into this today, I don't think we expect VeGa to get eliminated.
And I don't think a lot of people expected Empire to kind of come into the form that they have now. I mean, the first game of the day, the first best of one, it wasn't pretty against VeGa.
I didn't 2 days ago. They lost against CIS Reject.
Losing a game against Monkey, and then they turn up like this. You know, they take the 2 games back, and now in this series against VeGa, Empire.
Maybe we just need to like make them not sleep as much.
I was going to say maybe that it's the tiredness.
Yeah.
Playing at this time of night really seems to benefit the side of Empire.
Like, we just want to go to bed. Let us win quick.
They're done. Having this urgency is certainly giving them the kick of the backside that they needed. Oh, they'll take the Roshan. Aegis now is silent. I don't think you want to run it into that one. He's not going to get the charge. The Fiend's Group coming out. They get the back in the wall. But now the BKB's coming out from Empire. And VeGa just start to disappear. 2 down. GG well played is called. And Empire take the series 2-0 against VeGa Squadron Lumi with, I've got to be honest, 2 games where their performance was nothing less than outstanding.
Yeah, this game really showcased some of the most tactical Dota I've seen. Like, it was slow, perhaps it was a little boring, but boy, 2 Grandmaster chess players around that Roshan pit. The dance was absolutely amazing. That team fight.
Yeah, so, I mean, it was a great series. Yeah. I mean, you know, it wasn't